So this must have been around like 99, maybe 2000, around that time.
Wow.
And so I came home. We took the maternity test, and I called. And when I was like, "What's the results?" And she said to me, "Hold on." And when she said to me, "Hold on," I knew that it wasn't
You
mine.
know.
I knew. But I ain't gonna act like I wasn't happy. I was passing out cigars. I was like, yeah. Nah,
Done.
but that was just my defense mechanism because I didn't know how to deal with my feelings and emotions. So my whole thing being an egomaniac with an inferiority complex was I don't have to pay child support.
Right.
I don't have to get paid
It was
for
a little bit of
sneakers.
a relief.
It was a little bit of relief, and I figured in my mind, even though she's good people's and an amazing mother, in my mind I was looking at her like she was going to be a gold digger. It was just going to be
Right.
child
You
support.
already had it set up in your
Yeah.
mind how it was going to play out.
Yes. So I didn't have the awareness that I have now to wonder like, what's her feelings like? What's his feelings like? How's her mother gonna feel? But it created some trauma within my family now too, because my mother formed this bond
With him.
for 5 years. My grandmother formed this bond.
That's
And
hard.
so it made it difficult on like my family because while the whole time I was incarcerated, they were bringing by Christmas gifts.
Aw.
They were going by for Easter. They were forming this bond. He had my last name, and then all that.
So his last name has changed since.
Yeah. He has his father's name now, which is that's.
Is he a part of your life still in any way?
Nah, but I feel like one day we should sit down and have a conversation. You know what I mean? Because I know that he knows, and I don't know how that affects. And I know that like narcissism is born through trauma that you go through when you're
Right.
younger. And there's like, my mother and my this gentleman she said was my father. They broke up when I was 11. Y'all are too young, but that was when the movie Kramer versus Kramer came out, and that's that when it was dealing with divorce.
Mhm.
And so ever since then, the only person I've ever really trusted with my emotions is my mother. So I'll get close to you.
There's no love like
and
a mother's love.
it'll appear like we're in love, and it'll appear like we going somewhere. But as you thinking we going somewhere, I'm backing up.
The defense is
yeah.
always up, but I feel like that's natural for people though, because everyone gets hurt. Like
Mhm.
people